That day, I will never forget. And that prayer was the hardest prayer I've ever said in my life. My husband and I love water. We love diving. We are both scuba dive certified. We just love watching fish and the beautiful creatures that God has underwater. My husband and I had this incredible opportunity to be in Egypt. And of course, we were able to swim and enjoy the beautiful Red Sea and watch the beautiful creatures underneath. Well, one of the things that my husband really has a passion for is free diving. Many people don't really know what it is, but that's basically when you take a deep breath. You dive deep as deep as you can, and you stay underwater basically for as long as you can. It takes a lot of training and a lot of preparation to be good at it. And we're just in the water, and my husband said, Julia, let's just go a little further out in the water, where it's a little deeper. I really want to dive. And I said, honey. So Oleg took a deep breath, filled out his lungs with air, and just went down. And I was right over him, just right on top of the water watching him. He went down to 50 feet, 70 feet, he went down to 93 feet, and everything seemed fine. And then he started coming up, and as I was watching him, I could see that things are going well, everything is fine. And then he was supposed to be up on the surface. I already stuck my hat with my mask on to look to see where he was, but I couldn't see him. So I didn't think of anything. I just looked to the left and I couldn't see him. I looked quickly to the right, I couldn't see him. And then I thought, okay, let me just check, where is he? So with my mask on, I stuck my head back in the water, and all I could see was my husband's body just sinking to the bottom. I was so scared. I can't even describe what feelings I had that second. I was just in a panic. There was nobody around, nobody to call, and that's the most incredible thing, because God gave me such a clear understanding of what I had to do. I remember being in huge fear because all I could see was my husband sinking. He was unconsciously just going down. And so I took a deep breath and just went right after him. And I remember everything. I just remember grabbing him and with one hand, and with the other one just unplugging the belt and kicking up as fast as I could just to get him to the surface. When we got to the surface, he was still unconscious, he was not breathing, and he was blue. I'm a nurse, I work in the hospital in critical care, and I have had some patients who died, and I know how dead people look. I know that they're blue, and that's exactly how my husband looked. So just holding him really tight right next to me, I start to swim towards the shore and just yelling as loud as I could, help, help, oh God, help, and call the ambulance. So almost like about 10 feet about getting to the shore, a man jumped in and he swam towards me, and he saw what was happening. So he gave Oleg 2 rescue breaths, and then we got to the actual beach, and there's so many people, and they just grabbed him, and they were all speaking Arabic language, so I wasn't understanding what's happening. So I just jumped on Oleg immediately, trying to check for pulse to see if we needed to start the chest compressions. And I was yelling so loud, and I don't know if they were understanding me, that they just pushed me away and like surrounded him. And I remember hearing a voice. Just as I'm talking to you right now, I could hear a voice say, pray. So I fell to my knees. I put my hands together to God, and I said, oh God, please save him. Oh God, please save him. The second I said that, I looked at him and I could see him to take a deep breath. I immediately jumped onto him and I just said, honey, breathe. And I could see that he started to have a seizure. He wasn't able to breathe, but a few seconds later, we're able to bring him back, and he started to breathe again. And at that time, it had been 6 minutes of him not breathing, no oxygen at all. And I was very scared because just hypoxia, seizures. I thought, even if we bring him back, is there anything that's left of his brain? So I kept on asking him, I said, honey, just tell me what's your name? And he said, my name is Oleg. And I said, where are we? And he said, we're in Egypt. And I said, can you tell me your date of birth? And he just looked at me and he said, Julia, stop it. And that was really encouraging because I knew that he was there. I knew that he was alive, that God saved him. My name is Julia, and my prayer was answered.